the new uke really easily gets out of tune. Same goes with me. I guess I'm just like my uke, right? Well, you know what? Funny thing is, I feel like I'm a noob parent right now. But the thing is, my son is already 4 years old. How can I be a noob parent? I've been a single parent to my son for about 3 years now. First year of his life, I was still with my ex, so technically I was not a single parent then. I still shared responsibilities with someone else, right? I have been a single parent, a single hands-on parent to my son for about, I guess, almost a year now. I would say that I wasn't a hands-on parent because before I had my mom, and after that, when she left for the U.S., she actually hired a nanny for you and for my son. So technically, I really didn't have to be, the hands-on parent during that time. I was more of like the financier. I was more responsible for discipline and financial responsibilities. I'm that was my role in his life first 3 or so years. And being a single hands-on parent, I never really took notice much of the progress that he has been achieving, I guess, the growth, the changes. And it's not that I'm not taking notice, it's just that since I am with him 24 hours a day, I guess I just glaze over things. And I don't know, call me a bad parent if you want, but if you're with someone 24 hours a day, things will just, escape you. It's just gonna glaze, you're just gonna glaze over things, and that's exactly what happened with me and my son. Just this morning, of course, I dropped him off to school. I dropped him off at school, and I picked him up again, right? When I picked him up at school, after his classes, it's since it's Friday, it's the end of the week for the school week, right? His teacher sent him his workbook. When I saw him with an envelope running towards me, I was like, "Oh man, this is very early homework, right?" But to my surprise, it wasn't homework. It was actually just a school book. It's a workbook. The teacher wanted to have this one covered so that it's gonna last longer or something. But seeing this workbook actually made me realize I have a toddler. I have a school kid, and now he has mathematics. What are the implications of this? I guess I'm beginning to realize that this is not. Well, parenting is never child's play, and parenting is never easy. But as years go by, you realize that this is getting harder and harder. And now I'm thrust in this situation wherein I never really saw myself in this situation. I never imagined myself as a parent. So when we actually had our son, well, technically our son, I told my ex that when he starts going to school, I am not going to be the one helping him with his homework. And now that that relationship fell apart, I'm left with my son, raising him alone. Now I'm also in a situation wherein I'm going to be the one responsible for the homework as well, right? And I don't know. I find it really overwhelming. I don't even know if I can rise up to the challenge, but you know what? You have to. That's the point, and yeah, that's my point, I guess. So, for first-time parents like me out there, it doesn't matter if you're gay or if you're freaking straight. If you're a first-time parent, and if you're a single parent at that, this is going to be an eye opener as well for those who want to have kids. It's not easy, guys. You really have to consider a lot of things before you actually want to have a child. And don't get me wrong, my adventure with this little dude is really awesome. He amazes me to no end. And I also learn a lot of new things in order to be able to cope up with the challenges that we are faced as a family. And I really think that I'm benefiting from this adventure as well. So it's not really something that I take negatively, but sometimes you really can't help but say, oh my god, what did I get myself into? So apparently what I got myself into is mathematics. I glossed over this. It's kind of cool. Got a lot of pictures in it. Got numbers. Anyways, I don't know if I'm ready for mathematics. Just like I don't know if I was ready to become a parent to this kid, but you know what? You always rise up to the challenge when it's already there, right? I was asked by my friend the other day when I was talking about my son, and she was like, are you ready to have another kid? I was like, well, if my partner wants to have a child, I know I'm not ready for it, but judging from my experience, I think I'll be able to rise up to the challenge. So, parting words, it's always going to be a challenge becoming a parent, single parent, whatever. But you know what? If you're going to look at it as a challenge only and not, enjoy the ride, you're never going to be able to rise up to the occasion, and you're not going to enjoy anything from it. And most especially, you won't learn from the lessons that's being taught. So, just try to go with the flow. Write a song about it or whatnot. I don't know. It's just do whatever you think is right. But yeah, at the end of the day, you'll discover a lot of things about yourself as well. So hey, we can do this. Or I'm trying to convince myself that I can do it. Hey, who knows? I've been doing this for quite some time now, right? So yeah, sure, whatever. I can do this.